Hi, I'm Dave. These are books. The complete title of this book is Rogue Warrior Domino Theory. The New York Times best-selling authors are Richard Marcinko and Jim DeFelice. It was published in 2011. It's a new book. I found myself trapped in the quagmire of a very thick and very slow-moving suspense novel. I was looking for something livelier and more upbeat to switch to when I saw this one on the new bookshelf. Rogue Warrior Domino Theory was just what the doctor ordered. This book contains far more laughs and far fewer four-letter words than previous Rogue Warrior books. After reading the first 100 pages, I was going to tell you that there were no four-letter words in this book, but I went back to find a particular quote, and lo and behold, there were those words. For some reason, I hadn't noticed them the first time through. The label on the spine of this book identifies Domino Theory as a suspense novel, but I think it should be listed under humor, not because it is a laughable effort, rather because the authors have deliberately and successfully injected quite a bit of humor into this book. I found myself smiling and laughing as I read Rogue Warrior Domino Theory. There are some specific references to naval service, including plank ownership, among others. Here are a few of my favorite quotes from the book. Quote, "After all, their job really comes down to making friends, then screwing them, kind of like a banker or a used car salesman." Quote, "I'm all for success, but you can't succeed by being afraid of failure." Quote, "As I just said, everyone needs the freedom to fail." Quote, "There are days when I just get down on my knees and thank God I was born in America." That was one of them. Quote, "It was a classic chapter in the book, utterly unhelpful political statements issued by politicians who know jack about what's going on." Quote, "No problem is too thorny that it can't be solved by sucking the foam off a good Irish stout." Quote, "But I was raised not to believe in long-shot horses that miraculously show life around the last bend, or coincidences." Quote, "She was an extremely attractive young woman, but as I've said several times now, my thoughts may roam and my eyes may wander, but my heart and carcass belong to Karen." Quote, "You have to be ready to puke in the face of danger." Quote, "Better to be lucky than smart, a motto to live by." I enjoyed reading Rogue Warrior Domino Theory. There may have been foul language included in the book, but I didn't seem to notice it. I recommend Domino Theory highly to fans of the Rogue Warrior and to all others who enjoy the occasional humorous suspense novel. Once again, the title is Rogue Warrior Domino Theory. The New York Times best-selling authors are Richard Marcinko and Jim DeFelice. Was published in 2011. It's a new book. I enjoyed it. I recommend it. I'm Dave. These are books.